Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Alexandre Bellemare, glad to be back with you. This week I'll go ahead and talk about a brand new product, and I'm talking about the Focus 40 5th generation Braille display. It's a really interesting product compared to other Braille display because it supports simultaneous Bluetooth connection, it's less noisy than before, and offer better Braille sales quality. Enjoy! The Focus 45th generation was released a couple of weeks ago, and today I'll go ahead and talk with you about this new fantastic product that I have the chance to use since approximately a week. So let's begin by a physical tour of the unit. Before everything, for those who knows about the way old Focus 40 Blue were made, after 2012 until 2017, Focus Blue 40 were designed in a plastic case. Now, the new Focus 40 5th generation is entirely designed in a metal aluminum case. So if the unit falls down on the floor, it's going to be more resistant than before. So that's really nice to know when purchasing this new unit. The Focus 40 also offer new Braille cells. We'll talk a bit about them later. But now let's go ahead and, without further ado, let's do a physical tour of the Focus 40. So I'll start by the left-hand side, and I'll go from the back to the front of the unit. The first thing you'll be able to feel is a micro USB-C connector. This is a cable that you can plug in both sides. So compared to previous model of Focus 40, the USB-C cable allows you to connect the cable both sides. So you don't have to make sure you're connecting the cable on the right side. You can connect it both sides. So it's better if you are having some difficulties to connect a USB cable. Don't worry with this new model because you'll be able to connect it both ways. So you don't have to worry about breaking the unit because you can insert the connector both ways. If you know what is a lightning cable, it's quite similar because the lightning cable can be inserted in two different ways. Inside the iPhone, you can flip down the cable, then insert it. However, this USB-C connector is not designed at all for a lightning cable, so please don't try to insert one in it because the connector will be broken. If we continue, next thing is a button that you can feel. This is the power button. The power button will allow you to turn on or off the focus like on the previous model of this unit. Finally, on the left hand side, it's going to be the micro SD slots. This slot is there because in the future the Focus 40 will probably offer feature to read books and take some notes. However, right now it's not functional, but the slot is here for future use. On the front of the Focus, from left to right, you'll find the exact same configuration as before. That's the pan left key to backward 40 cells, the rocker bar, the left rocker bar, the left selector key, left shift, right selector key, right rocker bar, then the pen right key to advance 40 character. Keys are not exactly the same design as before. And previous models, keys were more round or were more bigger. Now they are easy to to feel. However, they are a bit different because, you know, the rocker bar are now more, let's say, not squared, but angular compared to the whole model that were half circle, you know? I don't know if the description is clear, however, I hope so. It's a bit difficult to describe this over the audio, but yes, they changed the way they are presenting keys on this new model. And really, it's not disappointing. It's just funny, and it's a different way to feel key under your finger. So that's quite nice. On the right-hand side, nothing special to talk about. You'll find two small holes. They are approximately the size of two clips. That's probably to insert the focus and, let's say, probably in the next feature into an Braille dock station or something like this. On the top of the Focus 40, these are the Braille cells, and on the top of them, routing keys, and finally, the keyboard. All right. However, compared to other models, in the center of the Braille keyboard, the Perkins style Braille keyboard, you can find a small button. This one is called the menu button and will allow you to perform some action into the menu of the Focus 40. If we compare to the old Focus 40, the model previous to this one, it's quietly the same dimension, except that this new model is a bit longer than the older one, approximately 1 inch longer, because on this new model, on the left and on the right, you can feel a rubber piece. And this piece allowed to make perfectly fit this unit inside his carrying case, and probably for the new Braille 40 docking station that will probably be available soon. Regarding its weight, it's a bit heavier than before, only because the case of this new Focus 40 is in aluminum. So that's probably only the reason why it's heavier than before. However, it's not disappointing, it's only a bit heavier. If you know about Braille BI from Humanware, it is quietly the same thing. So it's quietly easy to transport and carry out anyways. When you purchase the Focus 40 new generation, it will come in the package. You'll find the Focus 40 itself for sure. You'll also find a micro USB-C cable used to connect the Focus directly to a computer or to recharge its battery. You can also find a USB to AC adapter. So that's the adapter used to charge the USB using the micro USB-C and a standard AC plug. You'll also find a print and Braille documentation CD that contained drivers if you'd like to use the Focus with a different screen reader than JAWS, and additional documentation, warranty card, a very nice carrying case, we'll talk about it a bit later, and a shoulder strap. Please note that the AC to USB charger also comes with a different adapter for different countries. So if you'd like to use it in Europe or anywhere else, you'll be able to do it because some adapters are provided in the package that will cover the United States, the North American connector. So if you're traveling, it's going to be the perfect tool for you. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Braille sales quality. I'll grab a Focus 4T first generation, like not first generation, but the first generation of Focus 4T Blue that was launched in 2012. So I'm talking about the one without any magic wheel that is available since 2012. I'll let you hear the noise made by Braille cells. This is the noise that Braille cells made when they are refreshed on this old model of Focus. Now I'll do the same thing with the new generation of Focus 4T. So they are for sure more silent than before. I know it's not easy to demonstrate using a microphone in a podcast. However, I can guarantee that they are less silent than before. If you know Brilliant BI, Braille Note Apex, or maybe Braille Note Touch from Humanware, Braille cells are very good. And if we compare cells of the new Focus 4T 5th generation to Humanware cells and to the old model of Focus 4T, they are less noisy than the Focus 4T previous model, but a bit more noisy compared to Humanware Braille cells. However, it's mostly comparable to Humanware Braille cells. And other great point about the Braille cells of Focus 4T new generation is the fact that it's now possible to adjust Braille dot firmness. You can adjust this setting by going into the internal menu of the Focus, and compared to other Braille display, this setting will apply even if the screen reader does not support this setting natively. So that means that if you'd like to adjust dot firmness for iOS, for Android, you can do it from the Braille display itself. And you have 5 different levels of firmness. When doing the test of noise, I was actually running the highest level of dot firmness. So it's a bit noisy compared to if I put the firmness to the minimum value. However, it's acceptable even using the higher level. Let's talk a bit about the keyboard right now. So I'll compare both models. So first of all, let's go ahead with the older model of Focus Blue 40. So now you just hear the noise made by the Braille keyboard on the old model of Focus. It's a bit noisy, and you can particularly pay attention to the spacebar. So, you know, the spacebar is a bit noisy, and some Braille user consider it as, you know, the small piece at near the bottom of the Braille display, and we're not sure if this piece will go away or something. The new keyboard is a bit more silent. So now you just hear it. And the spacebar was completely redesigned. So it's a new model of spacebar Let's go for the noise of this space bar. There we go. So I'm just pressing the space bar right now, so it's less noisy. And the space bar is more comfortable because the space bar of the whole model of focus was at the same level of Braille cells. Now it's a bit in angle. So the space bar is placed in angle and really comfortable. So that's nice to type with the new keyboard of the new Focus 5th generation. Please note that the keyboard is in the same material as before, so plastic keys. It is perfect for representing the Perkins Braille keyboard. Why it's a bit less noisy than before, it's only because probably the frame is in aluminum, so it absorbs sound compared to the plastic case. Let's talk now about routing cursor. Here is the noise made by the whole Focus Braille display when clicking on cursor. This is it. If I pass my finger over them, yeah, that's the noise. Then let's compare with the new model. If I click on cursor now, the routing cursor, I think you can see that they are more noisy than ever. And if I pass my finger over them, we can feel all the small pieces of plastic moving a little bit. And this is what is making the noise right now. So unfortunately, Braille routing cursor are a bit more noisy than before. That's one of the bad points of the new Focus 40 new generation. However, it's not too bad because Braille cells are more silent than before. If you already know about what is a PackMate Braille display that was coming with a PackMate Omni or PackMate BD, routing cursor are approximately the same thing. You know, the shape of buttons, it's approximately the same. The only difference is that on the new generation of Focus, there's only one row of routing cursor compared to the PackMate where 2 rows were there. So it's quietly the same routing cursor for your reference. Before we go ahead and talk about new features regarding connectivity, let's go ahead and talk about the internal menu of the Focus 40 Blue 5th generation. So the first thing I'll do is to power on the unit. By the way, the first time you'll see this a new power button, you'll think that you'll need to press and hold very solidly the button. However, you don't need to do so even if you can press the button very hard. You just need to smoothly press it with your finger until it turns off. The first thing you'll see when the focus turns on is the time that will be displayed, battery level, and connectivity status. So I'll go ahead and press the menu button and we'll discuss about all the options that are available in this menu. The first thing you'll be able to see is the Bluetooth MAC address. This MAC address can be used to pair a focus in an environment that contains multiple ones. To navigate inside the menu, you'll use either 4-5 chord or pan right button. So the button that will allow you in real time to go forward of 40 characters. You'll find arrow on it. So the first option will be repeat. This option is to set up the behavior of rocker bar. If you press and hold these rocker bar, how fast the keys will be sent to the screen reader. So in this option, you'll find 4 different settings: off, slow, medium, and high. So it's configured the speed when pressing and holding a rocker bar. Pressing back. Back is the left selector. Continuing with the pen right. Rest is the option that will allow you to set up the time before the focus go to sleep if you're not entering any new comments. Clock. This is the option that will allow you to adjust the time, the focus, and decide if you'd like to display second or not. Calendar. The focus integrate a comment that will allow you to check at any time the date by only pressing a single shortcut. So that's the option used to set up the date. Firmness. There you can select the level of firmness. So you have 100%, 75, 50, 25, and 0. So these are the choices you have. At 0, it's quietly smooshy Braille. So if now it's set up to 0. If I pass my finger over the Braille cells, that's the 0 level. Now, if I go back and set it up to 100, you'll see instantly the difference. Oops, here we go. So, think you can hear it by yourself. There's a big difference the way dots are displayed. Next setting, connections. If I open this menu by pressing right selector or .8, I can see there all devices that are currently connected to the unit. So I can connect up to 5 Bluetooth devices. So actually, I'm seeing a Google Pixel, I'm seeing a desktop PC, I'm also seeing an iPhone, and much more. So these are the options that are available regarding the Bluetooth connectivity. And I also have the option to clear all preset device. So if I'd like to delete them all, I can do it. Or in the user guide, you'll be able to find commands to delete one device at a time. Next option, language, will allow you to change the language of menu. So the way that menu are displayed, you'll have several options. English, something that I can't read at all. Dutch, Italiano, Deutsch, French, Spanish, and coming back to English, I'm actually navigating in the menu using the left or right rocker bar. That's the way it works. So exiting this menu, and I'm back to the beginning of the menu where I can see the Bluetooth MAC address as well as the Focus firmware version. So this is it for the menu. Now let's go ahead and talk about how it is possible to manage multiple Bluetooth connections simultaneously, because yes, the new Focus 40, as a reminder, support up to 5 simultaneous Bluetooth connection and 1 USB connection. So 6 connection at the same time compared to the old model that was only supporting 1 Bluetooth and 1 USB at the same time. So now I'm in front of a big work environment. I have paired several devices to my Focus 45th generation, just to show you how it's easy to switch from a device to another. Because what is funny to do with that is, yes, you can read Braille on all your devices, and you can also use the keyboard to fully control all your devices. So what that means, if you bring your Focus with you all the time, you'll be able to control all the devices in your house. So you'll be able to control your smartphone, your computer, your iPad, even in some case your TV, and much more, because it's going to be a universal keyboard that you'll have with you all the time. At this time, I've paired to my Focus a Kangaroo that is connected via Bluetooth, a desktop PC that is unfortunately in French over Bluetooth too. I also connected a Pixel phone and an iPhone, so a Google Pixel and an iPhone. So we'll see that it's really easy to switch between all of these connected devices. So at this time, I'm already set up on my Kangaroo, pressing 1, 2, 3 record.
Not selected this PC.
So you can hear it in my mixer. Then, if I'd like to go ahead and navigate over all devices that are available, I can just press menu and 1, 2, 3 record. And now I'm currently set up on my Pixel phone.
Phone. Apps list button. Search button. Play Store. Search button. Apps list button. Phone.
So I think
Actions,
you can
shortcuts, remove, app info, move item, double tap to activate messages.
I'll give a
Actions,
bit
shortcuts,
volume.
Gmail. Chrome.
Navigating.
Camera. Chrome. Messages. Phone. Apps list button. Actions.
Clicking on
overview,
apps
wallpapers,
list.
widgets, settings. Apps list.
There we go.
Calendar. YouTube. Chrome.
Then,
Actions, shortcuts,
if I'd
app
like
info,
to
add
select
home
a
screen,
specific
double tap to activate, double
device,
tap and hold to long
I
press.
can open my menu, then choose connection, then navigate into the list of devices that are available. So I can see Bluetooth 1 is Kangaroo, 2 for the Pixel phone, 3 for my desktop PC, 4 for the iPhone, and again and again. So let's say that I'd like to select directly my iPhone, pressing .8, and then
Weather.
ready
Clock.
to navigate.
Camera. Photos. Calendar. Messages. Messages. Messages.
Oops,
Calendar. Photo. Camera.
stuck. There we
Weather.
go.
Clock. Maps. Wallet.
Want to activate
Notes.
something?
Reminders.
Just
Stocks.
pressing
Double tap to
the
open.
3/6 chord. There we
Selected. Stocks. S&P/TSX Composite Index. 40. Apple Inc.
go. Okay, going back to
169.98.
the
Down.
main
Minus
menu,
0.17.
pressing
Change up.
H chord.
Minus stocks.
There we go. If I'd like to go to the PC right now, I can go ahead and select my PC. This one is unfortunately in French. Want to switch back to the iPhone?
iTunes Store. App Store. iTunes. Stock.
It's easy
Reminder.
like this.
App Store. 28
Want
updates
to
available.
switch back
Double
to
tap to open.
my Kangaroo?
Recycle. Acrobat Reader.
There we go. And then I can even go ahead and launch, let's say, a notepad.
NOT. Notepad. Desktop app. Notepad.
Using
desktop app.
all the commands that are
Untitled dash
available
notepad.
with the
Edit. Type in
Focus.
text. AELLOCALL. Exclaim. Apostrophe space DORNG space WEL. Exclaim. Blank. Hello all. Blank. I'm doing well. Blank. Hello all.
There we go. And then let's say that I'll go ahead and switch back to the Pixel.
message, allo, message, Chrome, YouTube, calendar, YouTube, Chrome, Android, Apple Music, Be My Eye, calculator, calendar, camera,
Here we
actions,
go.
shortcuts,
So
app info, add
it's
to home screen, double tap
very,
to activate, double tap
very
and hold to long
easy
press.
to switch between devices. And one thing that I did not talk about yet is the fact that you can, if you memorize the number associated to Bluetooth devices that you previously paired to the focus and that the focus attribute to you, you can switch to these devices by simply pressing menu and the dot corresponding to the number of the device. So let's say that you'd like to activate Bluetooth device number 2, you press menu and dot 2 simultaneously. So you have all these possibilities, and that is why it's a really, really nice product. If I'd like also to connect to USB to a PC, I can just go ahead, plug the USB cable into the PC. There we go. And automatically, yes, I've connected it to my French PC, that's why. So actually, the connection switch automatically to my USB connection on the focus, and I'm able to control again a new PC using USB. Same thing for a Mac. I can connect it to a Mac computer through USB. Also, I can show you that NVDA is working well. If you'd like, I can just switch back to my Kangaroo. Let's select the Kangaroo in the list. There we go. And I'll grab a keyboard to turn off, to shut down JAWS.
Unloading JAWS. Quit to enter. Edit. Untitled dash notepad.
All right. Now it's disconnected from the Kangaroo. I can see the time instead. Go ahead and launch NVDA. There we go.
Taskbar.
And
connected to control server.
Okay, yeah, this is my remote server. Then I'll go ahead and go into the NVDA menu.
NVDA tool preferences submenu P.
There.
General settings, voice Braille settings.
Then Braille.
Braille settings dialog F. Freedom Scientific Focus /DAC Mate series.
I've previously installed the driver first. Don't worry about this. Then clicking OK, waiting a bit. It's not supposed to be.
Untitled notepad, edit multi-line, blank.
So if now I go ahead and move.
Blank, below all, below blank. I'm doing well, I'm doing well.
My focus is perfectly working, and I can click on the routing cursor. Place the cursor at the hand, then performing enter.
T S space I S A E D S T dot. This is a second test. Blank. I'm doing well. Blank. Blank.
So now I just remove my hands on the standard keyboard and controlling my Kangaroo using my new Focus 40 5th generation over Bluetooth with NVDA or JAWS depending what I prefer. It's also compatible with Windows Narrator, don't worry about that. If you have connected several devices to your Focus 40 and you don't remember which are connected and which are not, you can all the time go to your connection menu and review the devices that are actually connected to the Braille display, because the Focus will show you a part of the name of the device. So let's say that you've connected desktop PC. In my personal menu, I was able to see Kangaroo because I give Kangaroo as the name of Kangaroo. I was able to see the name of my iPhone. So iPhone Alex, Gateway for my desktop PC, Pixel XL for my Google, etc., etc. So it's easy to navigate across connected device and select the appropriate one. Now let's talk about the carrying case. That's another really important point, because With the new Focus 40 generation, 5th generation, they redesigned the carrying case. The new carrying case is built in with a kind of artificial leather. It's very nice case. It's more robust than the previous case that was provided with the whole model of Focus 40. And by the way, what's the best thing with this case is the fact that you can put the Focus inside of it and put it in your neck and be able to work with the Focus attached in your case and wherever you're going. So you'll be able to work with your Focus and carry it at the same time. So how this case works, if you open the case, it's like a flip case. First of all, on the cover, you have two small places where you can put some cable. They are closed by zipper. Okay, so two small storage. Inside, to insert the Focus inside the case, at the back there's like something attached by snaps. So you need to remove 3 plastic snaps that are very hard to remove. It's a kind of protector, don't worry. And then to insert the Focus inside the case, you need to insert it from the back to the front of the case. There we go. So I just need to swipe it inside to slide it. So I just need to slide it inside the case. Perfect. Then I just need to attach the 3 plastic snaps that are behind the Focus. They are a bit hard to attach, but that's what will allow the Focus to remain in place in his carrying case. Excellent. Now it's done. And if I close the cover, I think you just hear it. It's retained by 3 magnetic pieces. So the cover is a magnetic cover. So that's really nice to have. By the way, the attach for the shoulder strap are in metal, and the shoulder strap delivered with the Focus comes with 2 metal clips. So it's going to be very robust and resistant. The only default to the actual case, the fact that on the left side where the power button and the USB-C are located, there's something soft that cannot be clipped to the case. It's a small piece that tries to protect the connector. However, it's a soft piece that you just need to raise and slide your finger under to gain access to the power button as well as the micro USB-C connector. So I was a bit surprised to see the case like this. However, it's not a real problem, but the way the case is built, sometimes it might be difficult to properly access the power button and be able to press it out, because you need to slide your finger under the piece of rubber that cover this button and the back plate of the case. So sometimes it's a bit hard to access the power button, and if you're not used with the USB-C connectivity, you'll need a bit of practice when the Focus is inserted in its carrying case. However, it's a really, really, really good thing that the Focus First is in metal, aluminum, because if you drop off the focus, it should be resistant. And by the way, the new carrying case, just wow, you can bring the focus wherever with you and be able to control all the interface you need to control with the multi-parable devices capability. Regarding the battery, that's another thing to know. Battery is good up to 20 hours and need 3 hours recharge to be fully functional. Make sure, by the way, to recharge the battery using the provided charger and AC adapter to USB with the focus. However, it may take longer to recharge. When the battery becomes low, don't worry, you'll receive a lot of alerts regarding this. You'll find all details regarding to that in the user guide of the Focus 45th generation. Another small thing to know about it, actually options related to note takers or the possibility to read document on a micro SD card are not implemented. We don't have any date for these options to be ready. However, when I saw the micro SD card slot, I was a bit worried about due to the fact this slot is made. So I've go ahead and insert an SD card just to see how it's gonna work. The slot is made for an SD card. However, when trying to retrieve the SD card, the micro SD card inside, sometimes it's a bit difficult because it's hard to grab the SD card due to the rubber band near the micro SD card slot. So you're able to grab the SD card from one side, the other side it's difficult. Sometimes you'll need a small piece to grab the SD card, and sometimes it can be hard to remove it using only your fingers. It's possible to do it, but it's sometimes hard to do it. So please keep this small bug in mind. However, we don't know what Freedom Scientific will do with this SD card slot in the future. Before concluding this podcast, I'd like to let you know that as myself a Braille user, seriously, I found this product very fantastic for a Braille display. It's not replacing any note takers, but for a Braille display, this is a real fantastic product. It's more silent than other devices on the market. It's similar regarding noise to humanware cells and offer more functionalities than ever due to the multiple connectivity availability. So you can connect up to 6 devices. That's really amazing to have a Braille display that can allows you to control all the stuff you'll need with only one keyboard. So seriously, just for this, it's a real good product. And it seems to be a robust product and resistant. The way it's built, don't worry if you're a student and you need to carry with you your Braille display every time, it should be built for that. So if you have questions on this product, would like to know more, or would like to discuss with me, I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. You can find my contact detail at the end of this podcast, or just contact Canadialog, main phone number, and dial extension 101, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. If you decide to buy this product, I'm sure you'll love to use it. Personally, as a Braille user, I'll not hesitate to recommend you this new Focus 45th generation. That's a really nice product for the reason we talked previously about. And seriously, that's one of the best Braille display you can find at this time. So if you need assistance or if you need more information, please contact me and I'll be happy to give you all the stuff you need. So talk to you soon and bye for now. Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts about assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on products presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. For any questions, comments, or suggestions about our podcast, you can reach us via email at podcastwithns@canadialog.com. That is podcasts @canadialog.com. You can reach us by phone using our toll-free number at 1-888-730-0003 extension 555. Again, 1-888-730-0003 extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.